Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Armadillos and the Steamers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate between the Austin Armadillos taking on the Steamers of Brooklyn. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people, but I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's Austin. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside give to Elliott. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork, we saw a good job defensively to recover. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Toss left to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Watson. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Watson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. It's a throw again is Lawrence. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he completes this to Russell Gage. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Lawrence going to throw again. Open man, that's Renfrow. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A'Shawn Robinson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Operating from the gun. Bennett. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Looking to throw. Bennett. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now Bennett throwing to start the drive. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
The veteran who spent last season in Denver, it's Latavius Murray.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Again, it's Murray.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
11 yards there, first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll go down at the 28. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Got his man. It's Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Bennett to throw from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's That's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They got 29 yards that time.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Get all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Bridgewater's throw there taken in by Smith.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. First down, here's the run with Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Bridgewater now on second down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And one more time, here's Kirk. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Henderson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And this time he is in. Darrell Henderson taking it in from a yard out.
And the Steamers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 10-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Bennett throwing on first down. Going with a screen for Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Bennett.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Bennett. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. to throw again. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
Okay,
in our
Coach,
game, the defense is looking ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On second down, Cook. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And this is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. DeMarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Bennett now looking to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And Miles Murphy, a first-round pick, in on the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go with Murray again. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Here's Lewis to return.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. we've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
52 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They find some open field here.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater.
Quick slant caught by Kirk.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He's got Smith here. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. This is caught.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
To throw is Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll run for it. Cook. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's not going to get out of the end zone. Murray is taken down for the safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
On the return, here comes Lewis. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now we're going to get a timeout for an injured player, and that's the running back, Darrell Henderson. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
They go play action. Bridgewater. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. A good pickup there at 22. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Now Cook running right,
and he'll take this down to the 33. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Bridgewater to throw it.
He gets this one to Mechie.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Bridgewater.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Bridgewater. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett from a yard out.
And the Steamers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick. And we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a two-point conversion first. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Austin's offense ready to go again. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. And here's Bennett throwing to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw. Bennett. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Looking to throw. Bennett.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Bennett.
Open man is Mingo. Complete.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Bennett throwing again on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Murray is into the end zone. Touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit. and they've got a puncher's chance.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 10, a minute 52 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now Bennett to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Looking to throw. Bennett. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Joe Fortson
from 4 yards out.
And the Armadillos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to swell the lead to 6. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.